how do you juggle, this is a big game, revenge game, with the fact that it's just another game and it's still relatively early in the season? What is that dynamic been like for you guys?
Yeah, I think that's kind of something that we focus on all season long, not just on a big week like this where it's very obvious, but making sure that we're sticking to our process and doing what we're doing week in, week out, and not getting caught up in a big game, small game. They're all big games, and so for us, I know it's the final that we lost last year, so there's always going to be a little bit more emotion, but for us it's going through the scout like we always do, training like we always do, and giving everything we can on the weekend.
Is there extra, juice to the whole thing when you guys return most everybody who was on the field? It's not like you've got part of the locker room that's like, oh, I don't really care as much about that. It's most guys in there do care.
Yeah, I think it's naturally going to feel that way for a lot of guys, but again, most of it is just harnessing that into making sure we're just doing exactly what's expected of us day in, day out.
I guess how much is this team in a rhythm now after putting together a few performances, bouncing back, getting a few wins?
Yeah, I think the two wins, the Open Cup, and then obviously Detroit were important for us to try to get back into a rhythm. But for us, again, I think it was important to get back to putting out the best version of ourselves, regardless of the result. The two games we drop are just not what we expect from one another. So for us, it's obviously great to get the result, but more important for us to get the right energy and the right mentality on the field every week.
I guess looking at San Antonio, what makes them a difficult matchup?
They're a really tough team to play against. They're a very, I would call it, efficient team. When you look at the amount of chances they get, every single game, and the energy they play with a ton of energy. That's really, you have to match, or else it'll be a long day, because they come at you 100 miles an hour, and so for us it's about playing our game and not getting too into their game, and making sure we come out with the right mentality.
Are they a lot like they were last fall in terms of what they're trying to do?
Yeah, they have a few new pieces personnel-wise, but very, very similar to what we saw in the fall. Yeah, they're a tough team. They're a tough team. Good?
Thank you.
Yeah.